Welcome to this episode of Say It with Scott, where we look at how the words we use affect the lives we live. I'm Scott Sery. I'm a copywriter, and I'm a lover of how we can take a word here and there in our sentences, tweak them just a little bit, and dramatically change the message that we're sending. This episode is brought to you by Strategic Advisor Board and by my company, Sery Content Development. This week, we are taking a look at the different overarching themes in copywriting. We looked at the perfect world and the if you don't, the unperfect world. We took a look at the aha moment, and today we want to address the elephant in the room. This is talking about the things that people just generally gloss over and they pretty much just ignore that they're there and they just live with them. One of the things I saw recently about the elephant in the room is it was a simple tweet. I have no idea who sent it. It said, every single day we get 10 or 12 scam phone calls, and it's just something we live with. Nobody really ever talks about all these scam phone calls, and we just deal with them as though it's a normal thing that goes on in life, which it's really only been the last few years that we just can't answer our phones with 90% of the calls that come in anymore. Anyway, that's a little tangent for you. We've been looking at Scott's weight loss supplements, guaranteed to make you lose 30 pounds or more in just 6 to 8 weeks. It's a made-up business, obviously. I'm not selling any supplements, but we're looking at how I can tweak the message just a little bit using this perfect world, the aha moments, or addressing the elephant in the room. There's a big elephant in the room, and I'm sure you saw it in some of the other videos, and it kind of snuck in there, especially some of the ways I worded things with these chemical formulas and tricking your body into shedding pounds. Is this thing even safe? And you see it a lot of times in these supplements or pharmaceutical commercials. They make sure to address this elephant before they move on because they know you all have the same concerns. They know, is this even safe? You're wondering if it's safe. So when we go into this, our overarching theme is, are Scott's weight loss supplements even safe? And so this is where you kind of have to play around with your data a little bit, not manipulate it, but play around with how you say it. Because most people, when they see data and they see analytics and they see numbers and just facts and figures, they're just going to kind of gloss over and say, oh, I wanted to lose weight, but now he's talking about who knows what. This is where you take all your statistics on how safe Scott's weight loss supplements are, and you put them into a frame of reference that people can read them and say, oh, 99% of people that use these supplements don't die? Well, those are pretty good odds. I hate to be that 1%, but 99% is pretty good. And then we have some doctors come on and they say, I highly recommend this because it's entirely safe. And then we have people come on and say, I've been using these supplements for 42 years. They're entirely safe. And we talk about how safe they are, addressing that elephant that says, these things aren't safe because they're weird and I don't understand how they work. So when you're going into your copywriting, especially if you have a business that is shrouded with mystery, say like a copywriting business that nobody really knows what you do, you address the elephant that people don't understand or have some qualms about. And you lay it all out there, and by putting that out there, it builds some trust with your readers and your listeners so that they can say, okay, he knows the issues. Now let's trust him to get the job done the way he says it's going to happen. Thank you for watching Say It with Scott. I hope that you found some education and inspiration that you can take back and apply to your business. As always, if it didn't make sense or you're struggling with it or you just don't have the time, click the links in the description below, reach out, and we will help guide you through it or do it for you. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That way you'll get notifications every time that Strategic Advisor Board pops up with a new tip or trick on how you can better run your life or your business.